Hey everyone, welcome back to Pop Off English. If you want fun and easy English for beginners, you are in the right place. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it with your friends who are learning English too. It really helps our channel grow.
Today, we are talking about one of the best things in life, the weekend. Yes, your weekend, my weekend, Mia's weekend. The weekend is the time when we say, goodbye work, hello freedom.
In this episode, you will learn simple English to talk about your weekend. We will talk about Friday evening, Saturday, Sunday, and how to describe your perfect weekend. You can listen, relax, and enjoy. No stress, just English.
And later, you can use these sentences with your friends, your teacher, or even in the comments. At the end, we will ask you a question about your weekend, so stay with us.
All right, let's begin with a very important question. Leo, what do you usually do on the weekend?
My usual weekend. So Friday evening is the I'm tired time. After work, I go home, I change into comfortable clothes, and I say, yes, weekend mode, O-N.
Do you go out on Friday night?
Sometimes, but often I stay at home. I make a simple dinner, like pasta or a sandwich, and then I watch a movie or a TV series. I don't want to think too much on Friday evening.
Same here. On Friday evening, I usually order food. I don't cook. My brain is like, no thank you. I order pizza or sushi, I sit on my sofa, and I watch something easy.
That's a good expression. On Friday evening, you can try something like, on Friday evening, I usually stay at home and watch a movie. Or on Friday evening, I usually go out with my friends.
Right. Let's give you some useful verbs for the weekend. Listen and repeat in your head if you want. To relax, to sleep in, to hang out, to go out, to watch, to cook, to clean, to study, to visit, to travel.
To sleep in is a great one. To sleep in means to wake up late. Not at 6 a.m., no more like 9, 10, or 11, or maybe 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's not sleeping in anymore, that's hibernation. So Leo, do you sleep in on Saturday?
Yes, I do. On Saturday morning, I usually sleep in. I wake up at around 9 or 10 a.m. Then I make coffee and I take my time. I don't rush.
I love that phrase. I take my time. It means I do things slowly and calmly. No hurry. On Saturday morning, I also like to take my time. I make coffee, maybe some toast, and I just scroll on my phone for a bit.
So let's make a small weekend routine together. You can imagine your own weekend while you listen. For example, on Saturday morning, I usually sleep in. I get up at 9. Then I have breakfast and watch videos on YouTube.
Nice. You can also say, in the afternoon, I go shopping, or I meet my friends, or I go to the gym. Very simple sentences, but very useful.
Let's talk about Saturday afternoon. Mia, what do you usually do?
It depends, but often I clean my apartment. I do the laundry, I wash the dishes, I vacuum the floor. I don't love it, but it is important.
You're a responsible adult. Amazing.
I try. After I clean, I usually go out. I meet friends for coffee or for lunch. We talk, we laugh, we complain about the week. It's very relaxing.
So here are some useful phrases for Saturday afternoon.
Yes, housework is a good word. Housework is cleaning your home, doing the laundry, washing the dishes, cleaning the bathroom. Not fun, but useful.
Now, Saturday evening is often the fun part of the weekend. So what do you like to do on Saturday night, Mia?
On Saturday night, I sometimes go out for dinner. I like to try new restaurants. Sometimes I go to a bar for a drink with friends. And sometimes I just stay at home in my pajamas and watch a series. It depends on my mood.
I like that. It depends on my mood. Maybe you can try this. On Saturday night, I usually go out, but sometimes I stay at home. It depends on my mood.
Yes, you don't need very complex grammar to talk about your weekend. Just use
Exactly. Now, my Saturday evening is usually quiet. I sometimes cook a nice dinner, maybe chicken and vegetables, and then I play video games or watch a movie. Sometimes I meet friends to play board games.
board games. That sounds fun. What kind of games?
Simple ones. I don't want to use my brain too much on Saturday, just fun games.
I see a theme. No brain on the weekend.
Correct. So let's move to Sunday. Sunday can be a chill day or a panic day.
Panic day?
Yes, panic day. When you remember everything you must do before Monday, homework, emails, cleaning, projects, that feeling on Sunday evening like, oh no, tomorrow is Monday.
I know that feeling. But let's start with Sunday morning. On Sunday morning, I like to have a slow breakfast. Sometimes I have brunch.
Brunch is great. Brunch is like a mix between breakfast and lunch. Often late in the morning with eggs, pancakes, coffee, juice. It's like saying, yes, I am fancy, and I eat late.
So you can say, on Sunday morning, I usually have brunch with my friends. Or on Sunday morning, I go to a cafe and read a book.
On Sunday morning, I sometimes go for a walk. I like to get some fresh air. Sometimes I listen to music or a podcast while I walk.
You can say, I go for a walk, I go for a run, or I go for a bike ride. Easy verbs, easy sentences.
Yes, like on Sunday morning, I go for a walk in the park and listen to music.
Very nice. And what about Sunday afternoon?
Sunday afternoon is usually my prepare for the week time. I cook food for the week, I clean a little, I answer messages, and I plan my schedule.
Plan my schedule is useful. It means you decide what you will do each day. You can say, on Sunday afternoon, I plan my week.
And you, Mia?
It depends. Sometimes I meet my family. Sometimes I go to the cinema. Sometimes I just stay in bed and watch videos on my phone. I know, very productive.
Very realistic, I think. Many people do that on Sunday.
True. And on Sunday evening?
Sunday evening is calm. I like to relax. Maybe I watch a movie, read a book, or take a long shower. I try to go to bed early. I say try, not always successful.
Same. On Sunday evening, I usually feel a little sad because the weekend is almost over. But I also feel relaxed. It's a mix.
So here are some phrases you can use.
Now, let's talk about your ideal weekend, your perfect weekend. Not your real weekend, your dream weekend.
Yes, this is fun. When you talk about your ideal weekend, you can use sentences like, my ideal weekend is, or my perfect weekend would be, or in my dream weekend,
For example, my ideal weekend is simple. I sleep in, I eat good food, I see my friends, and I don't work. That's a pretty good weekend.
My perfect weekend would be near the beach. I would wake up, have coffee with a view of the sea, go for a swim, eat fresh food, and then relax with a good book.
That sounds amazing. In my dream weekend, I would travel to a new city. I would walk around, visit museums, try local food, and take a lot of pictures.
You can also use would like to. For example, on my perfect weekend, I would like to go hiking in the mountains, or I would like to stay in a cozy cabin with my friends.
Let's give you a simple structure to describe your ideal weekend.
For example,
That's a really good model. You can use it and change some words to talk about your own weekend. Simple verbs, simple grammar, and real life.
now, we also want to help you answer a very common question in English. How was your weekend?
Yes, people ask this a lot on Monday. At work, at school, everywhere. Hey, how was your weekend?
You can answer with,
And then add one or two sentences. For example, it was great. I met my friends and we had pizza.
you don't need to tell your whole life story. Just 2 or 3 sentences is enough.
Let's also practice another useful question. What did you do on the weekend? Or, what did you do this weekend?
You can answer like this.
Yes, and you can connect ideas with and. For example,
Okay, maybe not every weekend, but sometimes.
now let's imagine a short conversation together. I will ask you, Leo, about your weekend. Very simple.
Ready?
How was your weekend?
It was good. On Saturday, I slept in and had brunch with my friends. On Sunday, I went for a walk and watched a movie at home.
That is perfect. Very natural, very clear.
Now I will ask you, how was your weekend, Mia?
It was relaxing. I stayed at home, cooked some food, and watched a new series. On Sunday, I cleaned my apartment and called my family.
You see? Very easy structures. You can do this too.
Let's review some useful vocabulary you heard today.
Plus important weekend expressions.
You can write your own answers using these phrases. This is great practice.
And now, we have a question for you. We want you to write in the comments in English, how was your last weekend? Use 2 or 3 sentences.
For example, you can write, my weekend was good. I slept in and met my friends. On Sunday, I watched a movie. Very simple.
We read your comments, and we are very happy when you practice your English with us.
If this video helped you, don't forget to subscribe to Pop Off English, like the video, and share it with a friend who is learning English.
When you subscribe and like, YouTube shows this video to more learners, so you help other people too.
Thank you so much for listening today. We hope your next weekend is fun, relaxing, and full of good English practice.
Enjoy your weekend and see you in the next episode of Pop Off English. Bye!
Bye!